Imagine this. You're in a coffee shop, trying to enjoy your morning. But as you glance around, you notice something odd. Every single person, regardless of age, gender, or occupation, is staring at their phone. It's as if the world around them has ceased to exist. This scene is so familiar that it's become almost invisible to us. But what does it say about the way we live now? We've reached a point where reaching for our phones isn't just a reaction to boredom. It's a habit, something we do even in the most meaningful moments of our lives. What does this constant need for distraction mean for us? And what are the long-term consequences? To understand how we got here, let's rewind to 2007, when Steve Jobs unveiled the first iPhone. Back then, the iPhone was a marvel, something new and exciting, but still a tool with limited functionality compared to today's standards. Fast forward to the present, and these devices have become indispensable, so much so that many of us can't go a few minutes without checking them. This shift from novelty to necessity has transformed our behavior, making phone use an almost reflexive action. We've moved from casually checking our phones to feeling almost compelled to do so. So why is this happening? It all comes down to human nature, our innate curiosity, and the need to be in the know. Social media companies have tapped into this aspect of our psychology, designing platforms that exploit our desire for information and connection. These platforms are engineered to keep us engaged, using tricks and tactics that mirror those used by casinos to keep gamblers hooked. It's not just about providing content. It's about creating a cycle of craving and reward that's hard to break. At the heart of this addiction lies a fundamental misunderstanding about dopamine. We often think of dopamine as the chemical that makes us feel good, but in reality, it's more about anticipation and the pursuit of reward. When we scroll through social media, it's not the content itself that hooks us. It's the endless search for something new, something that could potentially be rewarding. This is why social media is so addictive. It's designed to keep us in a state of perpetual hunting, always looking for the next hit of dopamine. But where does this all lead? One potential outcome is a dystopian future where our constant search for stimulation leaves us increasingly dissatisfied with life. As our tolerance for dopamine rises, the things that once brought us joy will no longer suffice. We'll need more intense and frequent stimulation just to feel content, leading to a society that's perpetually chasing after an elusive sense of satisfaction. Contrast this with the past, when people found happiness in simple, everyday activities, without the constant presence of technology. However, not all is bleak. There's a growing movement toward more meaningful content and real connections. We're seeing a rise in the popularity of podcasts, long-form content, and face-to-face interactions. This shift suggests that people are starting to push back against the superficial connections offered by social media in favor of something deeper and more fulfilling. It's a hopeful sign that we can still choose a different path. As we wrap up, I want to challenge you to think about your own content consumption. Take a step back, not just from the mindless scrolling, but from all content, even this video. Consider what you want your future and the future of the next generation to look like. The choice is ours. Continue down the path of content addiction or reclaim control and create a future where genuine connections and meaningful content take center stage. In the end, it all comes down to what we truly value. Do we continue on this path, allowing ourselves to be consumed by content addiction, or do we choose to break free? The decision we make today will shape the world our children grow up in. What kind of future do we want to leave behind?